So you've probably heard of Chilaquiles verdes, you've probably heard of Chilaquiles rojos, but today I'm going to show you my recipe for Chilaquiles negros. This may well turn out to be one of your favourite breakfasts or brunches. We're going to start by dry roasting a couple of large tomatoes, a little piece of onion, a clove of garlic, over medium heat for around 10 to 12 minutes until lightly charred. Whilst they're charring away, we're going to go ahead and prepare our chiles pasillas. Now these aren't spicy, they've got a nice earthy taste, a little bit fruity, and they add an amazing colour. We just pull the stalk off, peel them open, remove the seeds and stems. You could use scissors to do this part, but I've lost mine, so I just use my hands. And then we toast the chilies for around 10 to 15 seconds each side. Press them down, but just make sure whatever you do that you do not burn the chilies, otherwise they're going to taste really bitter. Once the chilies are lightly toasted and smelling nice and fragrant, we're going to add them to some hot water and boil them for around 10 minutes. Adding those vegetables which are nice and lightly charred. Just remove the skin off the garlic first, and like I said, we're going to cook these for around 10 minutes. Now you could probably just go ahead and whiz everything without boiling them first. I just find that by doing this, it creates a really nice smooth consistency to the sauce. Then once the chili pasillas are softened and rehydrated, you can go ahead, turn the gas off, and then just leave everything soaking for 5 to 10 minutes. So now let's talk about corn chips, and here's where a lot of the Mexicans are going to laugh at me and tell me it's completely wrong, but let me explain. So traditionally you'll take day-old tortillas because they're drier and absorb less oil, and you'd lightly fry them until they're really crispy. And by frying them, it adds a lot of flavour and also protects them a bit when you add them to the sauce and keeps them crispier for longer. But today I'm baking my corn chips, and like I said, I know this isn't the traditional way, but I'm always looking for ways to reduce calories so I can really enjoy the foods and flavours I love. So I lightly spray mine with oil and bake them for 10 to 12 minutes until crispy, but if you want to be more traditional, you can go ahead and fry yours. And this is my secret ingredient. It's called recaudo negro. It's a burnt chili paste. Now I understand back home it might be quite difficult, so you could definitely replace this with chipotles and adobo sauce. So smoky and a little bit spicy. Next, we're going to add everything to the blender with some of the water from the chilies and some of the recaudo negro. I'd suggest, if you're using recaudo negro or chipotles and adobo sauce, to just add a little and taste the sauce first before deciding if you want to add any more. And then we're going to heat around a tablespoon of oil and fry the sauce for around a minute or two until it's thickened up and the flavour's concentrated. Now the thickness of the sauce depends on how you like it. I don't like mine too watery nor too thick, but what you can do, if you find that you've reduced it too much, you can just add a little bit more of the liquid that you cook the chilies in. Then you want to season it to taste with salt, and then you can go ahead and add your corn chips, mix them really well until they're well coated, and you can see the consistency. This is how I like it. Again, if you want yours a little bit more liquidy, you can add a touch more water or even chicken broth. And then to serve, I like to top my chilaquiles with a fried egg, some thinly sliced onion, cotija cheese and avocado. And for a little extra colour, a few sprigs of coriander. You could also drizzle over a little bit of cream too. And I highly recommend eating them straight away. Unfortunately for me, I was making a video, so I ended up eating them about 30 minutes after I finished cooking them. At this point, they were a little bit soggy, but still, they were really tasty. So this is my recipe for black chilaquiles. In the future, I'll share a recipe for green chilaquiles and red chilaquiles. So if you want to see those videos and other videos on my channel, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you soon.